So this is what our house looks like. We watched a movie last night and we were so exhausted that when that was done, I normally don't leave the mess, but last night I did. Just totally crashed and went to bed. So we've got stuff from having snack last night that's all over and needs to be cleaned up. Plus from breakfast this morning, I always have my devotions there on the couch. So my coffee cup and my plate from breakfast, everything is still there. It all needs to be cleaned up. Good morning. Welcome to Lydia's Plate. This is our mess today, and let's get to it. So as usual, I'm starting in the kitchen. I want to get the dishwasher going. It was mostly loaded already. I just had to fill in a few areas where I thought I could fit a little more, then put in the soap and get it going. Now that I have that done, I'm just going to gather all the dishes together in one spot so that once the dishwasher is done, I can load it again, make it nice and simple and convenient. We had some homemade pickled items last night, so I just want to scoop the dill and garlic and whatever else was all in the bottom there, get that out. And then all that juice can be dumped, and that way those jars are also ready to be washed and used for pickling this year. Our water jug is also empty, and it just feels so good to get the kitchen into shape, and then I can go continue with the rest of the house. The kids are also working on their stuff. They've got their rooms to clean up, the entire basement to clean up, because that is pretty much all their space except for my laundry room. So they're working on that. Those fridge and freezer handles, they always seem to get dirty. Doesn't matter how many times you tell people to wash their hands or whatever the case, they just always need a good wipe. I was stepping on so many crumbs, I just desperately needed to sweep. Stepping on crumbs is just a pet peeve of mine, just drives me up the wall, so I needed to sweep so that I wasn't stepping on stuff anymore. Here I thought I'd bring you in for a closer look. When I need to clean my oven, here I had some potatoes that had gone over. I like to give the oven a wipe first, get off as much as what I can with just a wipe, and then I start in with the baking soda. I have not wet my sponge yet, so it was not coming off as easily as it normally does. So now I've wet it, and it's coming off nicer. You will see that my oven will not come perfectly clean, not because of the fault of the baking soda, but just because it is many years old already, and there are spots on there that I'm not sure what it is, if the ceramic top is slowly starting to come off or what exactly, but it just, there, on the element you can tell that the one that I use the most, that has been like that for years. It does not come off, it doesn't change, it doesn't matter what product I use. I think it's just with the oven getting older. And mine gets used a lot because we eat the majority of our meals homemade. We also had popcorn, and this popcorn pot is not actually mine. If it was mine, I would put it in the dishwasher, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. Because of the wood on there, I wouldn't want to risk it getting damaged. So if it was mine, I might put this part now that I'm washing into the dishwasher, but because it's not mine, it's on loan to me indefinitely from my mom, and so I just want to make sure that I give it the very best care. I don't want to risk putting it in the dishwasher and even changing the color of the pot. Here I'm just finding all the stuff that the kids have left laying around, and I'm putting it all into this basket because that is their job to clean up. I do a lot and they do help out a lot, but for one thing, if I put their stuff away, they can't find it next time and they're always asking me where it is. So it's better if they put it away so they know where it is, and also it's theirs, so it's their responsibility. They need to be responsible for it and clean it up. The basket system is so handy because I can feel like I have it cleaned up. It's out of my space. I just have to move one basket around then instead of multiple little things. But it's also easy for the kids to find all their stuff. I can just tell them, hey guys, you know, there's a basket here with all your stuff that I found in the main living area, and you need to come grab what's yours and put it away, please. There we go. The kitchen has been swept. Kitchen type area. Seeing as it's 3 rooms in one. So now I'm just gonna get going with washing the floor. For anyone who's new or maybe just hasn't watched a previous video where I've mentioned this, I'll just mention it again. In my mop pail, it is hot water, as hot as my tap can go, so that it dries quickly on my laminate flooring, and a little squirt of dish soap. now today I'm going to move these stools. Often I will just move them a little bit and put them right back, but today I'm going to do a good deep cleaning here, so I'm going to move them all the way out of the way and put them back once it's all dried and washed. Well, washed and then dried. And because the boys have been busy cleaning up downstairs, some of their toys upstairs, I allow them to bring toys upstairs occasionally, especially this type of stuff. They like to bring their farm set up because we actually have some dried beans that we let them play with, and on this floor it's so much easier to clean up those beans. But now I'm getting ready to sweep and mop the floor there, so I need those cleaned up. I allow them to do this throughout the week, and it just has to be tidied up against the wall there when they're not playing with it. But once a week I do want to have it fully swept and washed, and today is that day, so they need to get it cleaned up before I get there. In the past, we've been pretty lenient with just telling our kids, hey, did you remember to do your chores? But now with having dug a pool, we're finding that the kids maybe need a little more structured list of chores. So I was working on making them a chore chart or chore calendar. I haven't quite figured it out so that I'm completely happy with it, but I've been trying multiple different styles to try a calendar, see if that works, or the other thing I was trying was like one of those charts that has options on one side and then again down the other side, and then they can check off, and it's got to line up. The square has to line up from both the top and the side. I'm not quite happy with that style either. I'm kind of thinking I might just make Monday to Saturday chart and then use different colors and put chores on there according to the color that each kid likes. And on those days they just need to accomplish that because they would like to be in that pool all day long every day, and they need to get their chores done. So it's good incentive for them to get their chores done, and it also helps me to make sure that they're getting it done and they don't have to ask me for every little thing all the time, because I'm busy too, and they also need to learn to be responsible and think for themselves and take initiative. So here, speaking of the pool stuff, all that stuff that I've just taken outside, that is pool cleaner and so on. So we haven't really found the best spot for it, but today it's going out to the garage because I want to be able to clean up the entrance. some of the kids were standing there watching, and I was being a little goofy there with them. I thought of cutting that out, but I thought, you know what? Moms do that, right? We goof around with our kids and have some fun too, and cleaning doesn't all have to be monotonous and boring and go, go, go. It was time to just change it up a little bit and have a laugh. With having the pool and this being our main entryway into the house, this bathroom is getting a lot more use, and because it's laminate flooring in here, because this is linoleum flooring in here and not the laminate flooring, it's safe to allow the toys like the shark and so on to dry off in here. And so this bathroom is getting way more use, and I actually ended up giving it a quick little clean in the middle of the week, but today the toilet isn't so bad because the toilet isn't getting so much use, and I kind of scrubbed it a little bit on Wednesday. But the sink and the floor definitely needed some cleaning again. Alright, so here we are in the hallway bathroom now, and you can see a lot of swimming stuff, towels, trunks, bathing suits, whatever, hanging on that door behind me. We are enjoying that pool so much, and it's been so hot out here. It's been good. It was a good time to dig a pool. I know it looks like I'm cleaning an already clean toilet, but if you could see close up, you would see it is dirty. I don't want to take you that close up. I'm sure we all know what our own toilets look like. You don't want to see mine close up. the top half of the shower isn't so bad today, so I'm just going to do the bottom half, and next week I will have to do the whole thing again. Now I can just rinse it out, and then that's done. Fresh towels, and wash the floor, and then this bathroom's done. With summer finally hitting us here in Canada, we are getting days that are 31, 32 degrees Celsius, and it does not always cool off for night. Sometimes it does. So we're getting to that point in the season now where sometimes we just want this flat sheet. Just for me anyways, I like to feel like I have a little bit of a blanket, but to have this big heavy quilted blanket some nights is getting awfully warm already. But then other nights all of a sudden it cools off again, and then we wake up halfway through the night and we're cold and shivering. So then we still have to have both, but we don't always. Sometimes we just fold up or push the big quilted one to the foot of the bed and we sleep only with the thin flat sheet. But crazy weather here in Canada. And this thing needs a dusting again. I tried to take you in the beginning when I did the before of all the rooms and everything. I tried to show you a close-up here of the dust on one of the shelves, but I don't know how well you could actually see it. I couldn't see it and I was looking for it, but it is very dusty. So today this is gonna get all cleaned up again. And the curling iron was still out. My hair is so bored straight. I try to curl it. I have friends who are hairdressers who have been able to curl it, but I cannot. I don't know, maybe I'm just not gifted in that way. I've watched YouTube videos and tried to learn techniques. I cannot curl my hair. I don't know, I just can't, guys. So, had the curling iron out to try again and I just can't, so every once in a while I decide to try again and my hair is just straight. And I decided to vacuum off the top of my moccasins. They collect dust too. And wash our floor. I have not washed our floor. Because we don't eat in here, we're basically just in here to get dressed or go to bed. So our floor does not get very dirty. We don't have drinks coming through here. We don't have food coming through here. So our floor generally does not need a wash, but now today it does. Back in the kitchen again. The dishwasher was done, kids have unloaded it, so now I can load it again. We've also had lunch in the meantime, and so we have all kinds of containers from leftovers that have been emptied, so there will be enough to load the dishwasher and run it again. it's full. I could not even fit everything, so we'll just get the soap in there, get it running, and then by the time it's done, I likely won't have enough dishes to fill it again, but after supper I might. That's just the way it goes when you are cooking your meals from scratch, eating your meals at home. You just end up with more dishes. So my dishwasher often runs anywhere between 2 and 3 times a day, sometimes up to 4 times a day, especially if I'm baking or we've had company. I won't actually wash any laundry today because it's quite windy outside. I think we have 30 or 40-kilometer winds today, so I won't wash it, but it's supposed to be calm tomorrow, and often, not always, but often the mornings are calm. So I'm going to get the washing machine loaded and get it set up. This one has the delay wash feature for up to 12 hours. So I'm going to get it all set up and ready to go so that when I wake up tomorrow morning, the load is washed and ready for me to run out and hang first thing in the morning. That way I can get the laundry done. You know, if the weather forecasters are wrong, then hopefully I at least still get it done before the wind picks up, because most of the time mornings are calm. The wind picks up somewhere around lunch. Stairs. They don't get vacuumed every week, but today they needed it. The kids have totally taken care of the basement. It is vacuumed, cleaned up, everything, so I'm just gonna do these stairs. And that's it, guys. The house is basically cleaned up again, all ready to go, ready for company or whatever the weekend may bring. And I hope that you have gotten a ton of motivation to clean your space. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit that bell if you want to be notified whenever we post a new video. We do homesteading videos, homeschooling, everything that might touch on, and yeah, that's what we do, and those videos are coming out, food videos come out, so we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!